Okay, we are back live for the match between Edmund Fordyce and Blake Fields. Edmund took the first hoop. We're on hoop 2. So it's 1-0 to Edmund Fordyce. We have 2 world champions playing here. Edmund is an under-21 world champion and Blake Fields is the current Open world champion. So Blake is 18, Edmund is 24, so a really exciting game is predicted. Edmund ran into yellow there, which I don't think was his intention.
Swap the colours around.
Yep. So Edmund is playing with black and blue, and Blake Fields is with red and yellow. In the other game between Felix Webby and I know his name, it's gone out of my head. Sorry. And Matthew Essex, I know it perfectly well. Matthew took the first game and is leading 4-2 in the second. So back to this game. Blake has got a ball in the jaws of 2. So Edmund said, I'm going to give that hoop away. Let you have that hoop. I'm going to take some advantage to be towards hoop 3. So he's not going to. Blake's certainly not going to let Edmund have a chance at jumping this, though. Clears the blue ball to the south boundary. Edmund will just go halfway again. In the test, New Zealand are 1-1, both taking a doubles match. So we now have 2 of the singles in progress. Blake is playing at number 2 in the. Well, these are both, I think, number 2 players in the team order. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure where Blake was placed, whether he was 1 or 2. But Edmund is definitely 2 and Felix is definitely 1.
Score?
No, the placement in their team ranking. So score is 1-1.
Just got to get used to me bearings on steering the cameras now that we've changed everything.
Yeah, I know. Onto another lawn, it makes it a little bit more difficult, doesn't it? Yes, they're on lawn 5. So Blake winds up and misses. He does have an amazing acceleration with his mallet. I don't think there's anybody else I've seen play the way he does, or the way that Edmund does. That he just is just one shot straight up and wham, and he gets an amazing amount of power through a large backswing. There we can see Felix in the background hitting, and does he make contact? No. So he is still 4-2 down. So Edmund just cleared the the ball and is sitting with a sort of a, well, perhaps 60-40 percentage run on hoop 3. So Blake is going to clear the blue ball, which he's done. His own ball, though, has ended up down near hoop 4. So anything on here that hi, Leonard. Nice to see your brother here. I was being reminded about times when I came and stayed with you about 30 years ago in South Africa. It's good to see that you're playing again. Anyway, Edmund puts a very nice ball at 3 after Blake had cleared it. So Blake, I should think, will be clearing this blue ball with a bit of a controlled... ooh, he just nicks it. So I don't think he's taken it out of hoop running position. He was looking for a controlled clearance there, which is perhaps not his normal swing. He does like to hit quite firmly. So Edmund puts another ball back at hoop 3. Yep, it's a little bit long. And yellow misses the blue, so a good chance for Edmund to take a 2-1 lead. This is Blake's first time in the Openshaw Shield, and it's Edmund's second time. Edmund is obviously a gold medalist in this event in 2020 when the event was held in Nelson, New Zealand. So hoop to Edmund, played very well, got it nicely down towards 4, which goes probably about 4 yards past. So I've got another commentator joining me in a moment. Yeah, he's going to do it. I'm going to have Marty Clark's going to join us shortly, but he's just doing a bit of admin, I think. And there's so yellow comes down into. I sort of thought they would have learnt by now. There's that drift out to the left-right drift, and that definitely showed it there with the yellow ball. They've been playing on these lawns enough now to know the swing out from left to right on those 2 lawns, and the right to left swing on the other 2 lawns. So Edmund puts another good ball into hoop 4, and Blake is going to clear the black, which he's done to the other boundary, and it's got ready to stay nicely towards 5. So if you could take advantage of that, it would be useful. So Edmund will probably bring another ball back, I should think. It's because yellow is certainly not, a definite running position there. But Blake may be forced to take on that shot. Yep, he's going for the clearance on yellow, and he doesn't get it. Sort of some newer players might wonder why he wouldn't put another ball in, but these players can run very angled hoops from quite long distances.
How's your fried liver cooking going?
Oh yeah, well I have been I have been the cook for I'm manager of the New Zealand team, so I've been cooking for the boys every night, and so having to bring my culinary skills into operation.
Right. Very talented. Okay, so where are we up to here?
We are up to, that's Edmund making it 3-1.
Okay.
So towards hoop 5. He's playing well.
I haven't seen any of the game during lunchtime.
Nope.
Big hitting game.
Big
as
hitting
we would
game,
expect.
yep.
Yeah,
Lots
Blake.
of big clearances and big hoop runs.
Yeah, Blake had balls going everywhere yesterday. He was, I think, from memory, he had a ball on every line except line 8 at some stage.
He certainly can generate some power. Anyway, he's now looking very strong for this hoop. He's got 2 balls in.
Yeah, his yellows are... Oh, it's not that bad. I was going to say it's a bit behind Reed's line.
Yeah, I don't think it's impeding the swing at all, impeding the swing.
We'll find out now.
We certainly will.
A blur went past.
I didn't even see that ball go.
No. Just something shot through there.
Yeah, they're both of these players are very hard hitters. I mean, they can really get some power.
The other
Different
two-
way of getting power though, because Edmund's is more just a big backswing, whereas Blake's is just like a winds it up.
Yeah. Well, he coped with that red, easily. But he did have both those 2 balls were about where he usually puts his feet. So he had a different stand.
Dance, yeah. So 3-2 to Edmund, going towards hoop 6, and Red played a very nice ball. So there's, he went for the hoop there, just caught it off the left-hand wire. Might have been a bit of a double. Couldn't really tell from where we're looking. So Blake's going to have a second ball at hoop 6.
Yep.
And
So
he's done that nicely. Yep.
New Zealand have made the semi-finals every time this event's been held?
They've made the final every time.
Well,
So they were runner-up the first year time
Yes, of course they have,
in
yes.
South Africa, and then they won in the UK, and then they won in New Zealand. So they have been the finalist every time,
okay.
and so has Egypt. So there's only ever been 2 countries in the final of this event.
Yes.
So I am sure there'll be 2 countries looking for that to change.
Indeed, they will, and 2 who want to keep it the same. And probably, on the way the competition's been played to this point, you would think that it's going to be at least one different one in the final.
Well, at the moment, Egypt are certainly ahead, aren't they?
They've got an early lead.
Yep,
on
they've got a
Australia,
2-0 lead, and New Zealand and the USA are one apiece.
Okay. Well, I hadn't been across what happened in the doubles.
So Blake's got 2 balls in front still.
So the semi-final, which is his, goes over 2 days, not like the blocks, which were only a 1-day event.
Yep.
So we'll be going back tomorrow to continue the semi-finals,
Yep.
unless something extraordinary
Yeah,
happens.
and they play 7 today, 7 of the matches, and 6 tomorrow. So after these 4 singles, there'll be another doubles played.
Yes. That's some sort of plan like that anyway. Yes.
Yeah. You never know, it may change if time becomes an issue. Or, I suppose light becomes an issue more sort of.
Yeah. So it's a ramped up test match, but the only real drama about it all is adding the extra doubles and 2 singles to give you an odd number so you get a clear winner.
Yeah. So
doesn't fit the number of courts that are available, so there may be a bit of tricky judging for the manager to have to do.
Yep. Except, of course, the 5 to 6, they only play a best of 9.
Oh, yes. That's
So they play probably. I don't know if they're playing 6 today and 3 tomorrow. I think that's the plan. No,
I think that's different. I think you'll find it in the consolation. That's the 5th to 8th. Today is just like another block day. and tomorrow is another block day. And then when they get to their finals, their fifth, sixth, and their relegation finals, they become a 9.
So it becomes a block again.
Yes, so it's a block continuing for them today.
Right, so that's
and tomorrow.
So they've basically just gone into another block.
Yes, and they carry forward their previous results. So Ireland lost to England on day 1.
Yep.
That's carried forward.
Right.
And Spain and South Africa had a tie yesterday, so that's carried forward.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for that. That's, yes, I wasn't quite aware of...
well, that's because New Zealand's never in the bottom.
No, sorry. we didn't have to take too much interest.
That's right.
Hoop just got made, did it?
Hoop 6 was run.
Yep, hoop was run.
And you've got 3-3, which would be correct.
Yep.
And they're settling for the front of Hoop 7.
Yep. And Edmund's got 2 balls in front of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake will be looking to clear the blue ball.
They look to be pretty much in a line there. He's got blue.
He's got that one.
Cut it square.
So he might be looking at trying to bring a ball back between black and red. I don't know whether red's got a clear run at the hoop or not. It's hard to tell from here, but it doesn't look... It looks pretty much blocked, doesn't it? You can't quite tell.
We thought that with one of Ed's shots, and then he ran straight past it.
Yeah.
But all the same, blue's can't do anything about red as it's on the boundary, so he can really only double up. It's just a matter of whether he's trying to block or just have 2 running.
Yep.
Looks like red is winding up.
Yep.
As always. Oh, he's gone the jump. Well,
wow.
There wasn't much of a tell there in his stance. That was
he hardly moves any. The mallet's slightly, over, but that's about it. It's.
Okay, so black.
And we see Felix in the background, making it 5-3 to Matthew Essex. So Edmund able to take a lead here by running hoop 7, which he has done. So it's 4-3 to Edmund Fordyce.
Very casual little flick of the fingers to show you around the hoop.
Mm-hmm.
He obviously knew where his ball was going because he wasn't invested in watching to see if he was going to get 2 into 1 shot.
No.
Okay. So Blake's holding back to take position.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And probably looking for if we've got to get a wide spot from the ball on the boundary. It's always useful.
Message. What's going on?
So Edmund will be putting a close ball into hoop 8. Yeah, and has it? No, it's gone too far.
Yep.
I imagine now that all the shadows are off the lawn, the sun is out, and that the lawns are probably speeding up a bit. Or the dew will be gone, and as I say, the lawns were mowed last night, so they should be this afternoon start to be running a lot faster. You can even see there now how much more brown patches there were compared to Monday.
Yeah, most of the brown patches are on the lawns 1 and 2, which aren't in use for the semi-final.
Yeah, but even this lawn is certainly getting drier.
Yep. Okay, so Blake, I imagine he's going to bunt the blue.
Yeah. Oh,
well,
be nice if that gone through, wouldn't it? That could have been very nice.
It could have been better, and it could have been uglier. So in the end, it's what it is. But he did promote blue up to where blues can clear the
blue can
yellow.
clear.
And we'll have to clear the yellow because black's not doing anything about it.
No.
Yet.
And he wants to stay with this one. He doesn't want it to go too far.
No, so he's place off, and he hasn't sent a ball.
He didn't send a ball either. No, it would be nice if he had. That's what he wanted.
So black, having coming from the wrong side, red can do pretty much anything he wants here. He can,
bit of a free jump, isn't it?
Yeah, free jump. He could just smack it and see how things go. He can even just ignore it in position, but he doesn't do those.
He just powers it through.
Yep.
Great jump, and that makes it 4-all.
Yep. The only downside, of course, to that was that he freed up the black.
Yep. But I don't think he'd complain.
No.
So, into hoop 9, Edmund places a pretty nice ball in front.
Yes, yep.
I think Blake may look at removing this black straight away. And he did, yep. Both balls to the far boundary.
Yep. Well, they stayed fairly close together on the
They
boundary
did,
line,
yeah,
so
yeah.
Depending on what happens in the next few shots, there's a chance of black doing a very easy snuggle one.
Snuggle.
Yellow.
Yep. It's a very useful little shot, the snuggle.
So over on this lawn, the scoreboards are the other way around from all the other lawns, and it's a bit difficult for the spectators to see the scoreboards. And yesterday, Jane Highland, and today I think it's Hugh Denny, are pulling the scoreboard out of its frame and showing the crowd and showing it back into the frame again.
Well, really the scoreboard's really for the spectators, and unfortunately they're placed in a way that spectators actually can't actually see them.
It's only the two lawns, yeah, and they've been put in on star pickets, I think, hammered into the ground, so they're not in the mood to change them, which is fine.
Yep.
Anyway, so Blake's having another go at promoting blue.
And a very nice promotion he did there.
Yeah, better result this time.
Yep. Good old association players like those sort of shots.
Work a few angles and stuff.
Yeah. Blake clears the blue to the other boundary, and his ball ends up sort of about midfield.
Yep, no shortage of confidence from Blake.
There's certainly no in anything he does. I suppose it comes when you're being 18 years of age. It's
He's fairly invested in a few shots yesterday. Ran on long hoop and I think he said hot dog as it went.
Yes, he does this little dance when he wins matches, and
Good to have a character.
Well, it's nice to have characters.
Yes, the game certainly enjoys characters.
There's probably a lot of sports psychology messages about it, but anyway, we won't go down that path.
Right. So he's going to take on this hoop 9, which is often regarded as one of the most important hoops in the game, and he runs it beautifully. Yep. I mean, he's quite extraordinary, I think. The power he generates and the accuracy is quite unique.
Yes. He stays on the game plan as well. When it fails, it doesn't seem to frazzle him too much because he just tries to make sure he gets the next one.
Yep. You've got two players who pretty. If they miss something or something goes wrong, they don't tend to react very much. Edmund's a very calm player.
Yeah. So the black up seemed to drift a little.
Yep.
No, that's right in front.
Do you think?
Yeah.
That's good enough for him.
Yellow's not too special out there.
Yeah.
Red can see black, so we'll have a second runner-up with blue. It's got a little bit of steam on it, but that should pull up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice second ball into the hoop.
Yep. Didn't pick that.
So going back to the fifth to 8, so they can end up playing a country twice then.
No, they don't play the country that they've already played in the
but
block.
not block. No, but in their 5th to 6th.
Oh,
or
yes, when they get to
yes.
So
they would be playing them again. They
Yeah.
As can happen here. If both Australia and New Zealand reach the final, they will be playing each other again because they were both on the same block originally.
Yes, but that also works for USA and Egypt as well, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, so Edmund...
no bias here.
No. Edmund failed the hoop, and now Blake has cleared a ball. Not a huge show of emotion from Edmund, but he doesn't look overly thrilled there with the way he's throwing his arms around.
Someone's asking a question about Paul about the weight of Blake's mallet. I don't know what but I imagine it's not a heavy mallet. You know, I think it's probably on the lighter side, but I've never actually picked it up, so I don't know what the weight of it's like. So 5-4 to Blake.
Mm-hmm.
Blue coming back in.
Yeah, it's looking to, it's curling and
it's
dying.
curling. It's good.
It's got
It's good.
no,
It's lovely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
around the black.
he's
It's part of that lovely-
reading the lawn beautifully.
The allocation of lawns for this was done by a coin toss yesterday. Just a straight up heads. You're playing on this one, tails you're playing over there.
Yep. It's been done a few times actually.
And when it was resolved, the US said that they didn't really care which one they were on, but this one swings around more.
Yeah.
But they knew that. So.
Yep. Yes, if you were on the 3 to 4, they balls swing from left to right. If you're on this one, it swings from right to left.
I think that might be the other way around, but because the high point is in the middle of the.
Yeah, well, we're on 5 and 6 here.
Yeah, so you should be falling right. So left.
Left to right. Good. I'm very good at my lefts and rights.
Just make it fun when you're in there. The team's in the car with you.
Yeah. People say go right, and I'm going left. You know.
Okay, so red is now back on the boundary, and we once again have 2 balls in front of the hoop for Edmund. So we've had this position before. He failed the hoop. I doubt he will be doing that a second time.
And it looks like it's 5-all with Felix made a real good recovery because he was 5-2 down and is now levelled at 5-all against Matthew.
Is that the second game up
It's the second game, yeah.
Okay.
Matthew took the first. Quite convincingly, I think. Might have been like 7-3. Yeah, good shot.
Okay.
Good clearances there. So Edmund will bring the ball back in. Takiri King is just saying that he did have a little swing of Blake's mallet and it's not light. So, thank you, Takiri.
Right, it's a nice ball back by blue, which is not only just a runner, but is it behind black where red can't see it? Kind of looks like it could be. Like,
Yeah, but he's got to clear black first.
well, I mean, but black isn't a runner. There was black's on the other side, so
no, that's right.
He doesn't have to clear.
Doesn't have to clear. That's true.
Yeah.
But in a way, if he doesn't, probably then you can use black to protect the blue.
Yeah. Of course, if it is a goodish block, you might look at hitting both, but he's not. He's
No,
just coming in again.
He's just coming in.
He doesn't look really convincing when he hits that
No.
shot coming in, takes the pace off. He kind of topped the previous one, and that one was...
As I say, it's not his because he's not using his normal swing. It does.
I think your man's gone 6-5 up in the background there.
That's, yes, I thought he was out of it at one stage.
Yep. Okay, good defensive clearance by Edmund.
Yep. He thought he's not. I'm not going.
Yellow's come flying in from the side and missed.
Missed. Okay, so we should be going to a 5-all in this first game of Edmund and Blake. And it is, 5-all.
Yep.
So it's I think it was. I felt it was always going to be a very close game. They pretty evenly matched, these two players.
Yes. Right. So
I don't know how many times they've played before.
didn't see where the ball went when he missed, but I did see Edmund indicate header off to the penalty point. So I'm gathering he's picked yellow up and tossed it over to the penalty point on his way down to red.
Yeah. So Blake first to hoop 11.
Coming in fairly straight, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Yep. They don't mind them that length. So Edmund
Well, Edmund will be fancying the blue at
Absolutely.
red, so,
So,
black
yep.
will just be the runner.
Yep. So the that standard play of
It's a bit weighty.
it's a bit weighty. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's pulled up okay.
Second
but,
ball in, and fourth ball does the clearing.
Yep. Well, yellow has
Is very also very weighty.
Yeah, that one has really gone past because he's got down the slope.
Yep.
The little slope.
Yeah. Whereas Edmund was probably allowing for a bit of up the slope and allowed a little bit too much.
Balls are coming off on the other lawn. Didn't see what happened at the last hoop.
Ah, so
Well, it didn't go to 13, so
no,
I'm assuming
so
that Felix got
Felix is now drawn the game on the other lawn, so it's 1-1 to Matthew and Felix Webby. That was a good comeback. I mean, he was 2-5 down, and he won 7-5, so he won 5 in a row.
All right, so Edmund did clear, and then Red made a cameo appearance coming through.
I didn't even see it.
Yeah, and a great
It's going to
hoop.
test out your camera skills, this.
Yeah. So
It's a bit quicker than lawn bowls.
Edmund is now 6-5, round hoop 11. Didn't go very far, but he's got the hoop. And we now, Blake's the first to hoop 12.
One more camera movement.
Yeah.
Yeah, some very quick hoops there.
Well, it's a bit tricky for you because you've got to really pan out to get all the ball movement at that speed, and then when you pan out, of course, you lose a bit of the reference.
Yeah, but short and but.
Yep. Oh, yellow's good enough.
Well,
I don't think black. Well,
I wanted a bit closer than that myself, but
I mean, we all do, but black's going to be at least a little bit hampered on some lines of the lawn where he's staggered through the hoop too.
Yeah, I think you can probably get a low down and still take it towards 12.
Yeah, but he may not be hitting anything. That's the thing. He might just be positioned.
Yeah, that's right.
Anyways, had a good look.
Reassessed his strategy. So it's obviously bringing the ball in. Yep, nice ball in front.
Okay, red will also just come in.
Yep. Yeah, because I think the chances of
So
Edmund being
slowing and curling.
Ooh.
Well, it's fine. Wait, yellow's not hitting blue, obviously, anymore, but...
So he might actually have more of a swing at yellow than we thought.
Yeah. He does have a little bit. He's
a bit awkward.
It's awkward, and he's got to get a slightly different stance.
It's amazing how the difference it makes when you haven't got your normal stance, doesn't it? You just because you can't go into your normal routine of having your feet where you want them.
You got and then somebody fires a black ball at you from the other line.
I followed the black ball.
Oh. Could have got ugly if it hit this black ball.
It would have got ugly, wouldn't it?
Right, so we're back to that tricky stance. New Zealand managers no doubt had them practicing different stances for this situation.
Ooh, yeah. And that I would, Edmund normally would not miss that sort of length, but obviously his stance is not being able to be normal, so therefore it just it becomes a slight hindrance to making that clearance. So Blake is winding up to take on this hoop. No, and he doesn't, and I think that's it.
Oh, that's rejected back to an even better black.
Could he see? Could he see blue there?
He couldn't see blue. No,
he couldn't see blue. I couldn't quite tell. So game for Edmund, and he's done. Yep. So 7-5 to Edmund. So New Zealand take the first game.
Well, Kiwis.
Yeah.
Building into the competition.
So, to Kerry, you can also add yes, Edmund.
All right. So they will no doubt. I guess they will no doubt do the usual little break, reset and stuff. But he's put his ball straight back in the corner, ready to go, and sign his score sheet. And no, you're not allowed to go yet, pal. We're going to have a look at the hoops.
Yeah. Yes, they have an unusual thing here. Well, I suppose it's quite good for people wanting to know what the scores are, they sign after every game. At least then they can be put into Croquet scores. Anybody not being able to follow perhaps the live stream can know what the score of the first game was.
It wasn't there one on the first or second day where somebody signed both players signed a card and it was still wrong?
It's a bit like handicap cards. How many people sign and never ever check the totals?
Yeah. Anyway, so the hoop resetters
coming out,
very good at doing their job. So
yeah,
they're going out to do that now.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst they're doing that, we haven't got anything alternative New Zealand US to watch because the other game also finished about the same time.
Yeah. So
in the background we've got Australia and Egypt singles going on. Let's have a look and see if we can see some scoreboards. We have a 7-2 in game one to Robert Fletcher. Over, that was Yasser was his opponent, I believe. So Robert steamed away with that one. And Ed and Mohammed Naz, we can't really help with the score because the scoreboard's in a position where you can't see it from here. Approaching hoop 8. Well, I hope they're approaching hoop 8 and all the way you put the ball like that. And yes, the yellow's going there as well. So, can't really give you an update on that score because I can't see the score, but I could shriek at Greg Fletcher to tell me, but that would distract the players. Looking around the place over on lawn 1, we've got South Africa playing Ireland, and it is game all and 6-5 to Ireland in the third. Down on court 2. Still playing the doubles down there as well. They are game all and 5-1 to South Africa in the third. Our scoreboard's just been reset on lawn 4, which is Robert Fletcher and Yasser's lawn, so they're getting ready to start game 2. New Zealand and the US on lawn 6. As he said before, Felix won the second, so they're game all. They haven't started in game 3 yet. The one we just saw, of course, Edmund taking out Blake in the first game. Be a small delay before we get back to that. And then down the very far end, we've got England playing Spain. England had some wins on the board down there in no time at all this morning, but then things have bogged down since then. And looking for scoreboards and can't see anything clearly. Can't help you out with that at the moment. Look at Croquet scores. I'll have a read of what people... Oh, it's a nice shot coming in there by Marmanal. So we've switched our camera to that court, but it's not helping that we don't know the score. So we'll see if there's anything interesting on the spiel of people asking questions. So we decided that was a heavy mallet. And New Zealand are happy that Felix and Edmund won. We've already seen that. Do they use handicap cards in these games as we do in club tournaments? Well, in theory, yes. Oh, hang on. 4-3 dead. Okay. So I've just got a score on the court we're watching. It's 4-3 to Ed. So Australia are up 4-3. Contesting hoop 8. Let's go back to these questions. So, do we use handicap cards in these games? In theory, we do. In actuality, we don't. Last time I played in a event like this, I did ask what they were going to do about that, because in theory we ought to be using them and we're actually not. And they said at the end of the tournament we will give you a index points update for you to use to adjust your handicaps index points, and of course at the end of the tournament that didn't happen. So the players could just keep their own approximate record or accurate record and submit it to their ruling body, their state or territory or whatever, if they chose. Otherwise, it's a mystery. Okay, so Ed has cleared black with yellow. Has a potential runner in red, and blue needs to do something about that. Any other interesting questions? What type of mallet is Blake using? No idea, Richard, sorry. Something made in America. And that doesn't help you, does it? I'll endeavour to find out for you later on. Okay, but Takiri has done a little bit of an answer to that, saying Blake's mallet is two parts. One of them, I believe, is done Oakley, and the other is a mallet maker who is sadly no longer here. Can't quite remember which is which. Okay, that's probably not helping. Right, so we getting the hoop hammered. Of course, this event is sponsored by a hoop maker, PFC Hoop Winner Mallets. There's the naming rights sponsor. I'll wait for Mohammed to line this up. And here is our hoop setter stroke. Yep, fixing that. Bit of a hammer. So if he's asking for the hoop to be hammered from way out there, he's obviously thinking of running the hoop, not hitting red. Playing black. You'll hear the noise before you see it. Nope, missed to the low side, the left side, as we look at it. So blue has red covered before red gets a chance to play, but where had the yellow gone previously? Jump back over to our feature lawn temporarily. Now we're back again. Yellow has come. Oh, well. Yellow's come rocketing in, taking out the blue, and almost went in off, cannoned into the hoop leg, got a bit of spin around the corner. So I didn't get the hoop, but has the hoop covered with red. The only downside to all that would be, is yellow able to get to the next hoop when red runs it? Mohammed shooting. Has hit. So it's all academic now. So red will return to its controlling position in front of the hoop, one would think. Probably just go straight there. I doubt he's going to try and bump yellow up, although that is an option. Nelson's coming back. So I'm not flying solo anymore. Oh, it looks like red is going to bunt yellow. Well, that's very nice. Yep. Alright, so red has bunted yellow up into a hoop running position. And we'll be waiting for a ball to come flying in from right of the screen shortly. Yep. Moving again. It's like an early warning system here with the slight lag. We're getting an idea of what's about to happen before we just see it. So. Who is this mysterious Kaiser chief who keeps sending us messages?
Oh, that's Paul Kaiser from New Zealand.
Okay. He's a fan of PFC Mallets. Is that hence the message with the strong arm?
Yeah. He actually won our top 10 GC invitation in New Zealand this year.
Okay. Well, there's a message from Justin Fields telling us all about Blake's mallet there. You can read that out if you want, Nelson.
That's his dad, I imagine. Blake plays a Morford mallet. Bob Morford unfortunately has passed. Ben Rothman also plays with the Morford mallet, different design, but both Morford mallets and Blake's is a carbon fibre shaft.
Okay.
So a little bit more information about Blake's mallet.
Okay.
We're still on the Egypt versus...
Yeah, so it's 4-3 to Ed, and there's been a fairly hefty contest here at Hoop 8, with Ed generally being the one looking at the hoop, and now he's made it now.
He does, I have to say, of swings you would want to emulate, I think Ed's is...
Well, it's very easy to watch, isn't it?
It is. So, it's very rhythmical and flows very, it's got a really nice rhythmical swing to him.
Yes. He's a tall boy.
He is, yeah. But there's a lot of other tall players. But it's just I don't know. It just looks very fluent.
Unlike some of us. Okay, so our cameraman is having his lunch sort of break.
What's the length of your mallet now? Has it got any shorter, or is it still...
No, mine's 34 inches. It's
34.
always been...
Oh, right.
Another person who's passed, Bob Jackson,
Yep.
he made mine.
Yep. They were good mallets.
I can tell you the story. The story was back in 1996. I was playing with just a basic lump of wood from the local croquet club, and somebody said to me, if such and such a player, I won't say who, can play better croquet with one of those, then you should get one of those. So I approached Bob and said, did he have any?
Yeah.
And apparently the deal was he used to make them for himself, and if he liked them, he kept them. If he didn't like them, he sold them.
Yeah.
So he had one he didn't like. I really wanted a 36-inch handle, but he only had 34s, so I took that.
Yeah. Well, Bob played Irish, didn't he?
I think so.
Irish grip, yeah. I think he did. Yeah. No, I played with one of Bob's mallets for many years until, unfortunately, I was doing a jump shot and managed to break it.
Okay. So Mohammed has run that hoop to come back to 5-4. Turned that one over pretty quickly. Our cameraman's back now, so that's all good. Red has come down. There's an errant ball to the left of that, come from somewhere. We can't blame Blake this time because he's not out there. Black's come down and bunted.
I think it was from William Lowe.
Yes. Black's come down and bunted into the back of Red and probably improved Red's position a couple of inches. Yellow has promptly come down and maybe got in front of Red and not improved Red's position. Hard to tell from here exactly. Yeah, so my mallet did good service for a long time. Eventually the handle broke inside the head, and I got a new handle eventually.
So have you still got the same head?
Yeah. After all that time. So late 96 I bought it. Bob, of course, has passed away now, but in 2015 I caught up with Bob at an event and I said, "Hey Bob, you remember this?" and showed him the mallet, and he studied it for a few seconds and kind of went, and that was it.
Bob was man of few words. Man of few words.
So I took that to mean that he was actually impressed that it lasted that long. But anyway, blue has cleared yellow, and in the process got a bit of airtime, and from where we're sitting, it appeared to have gone over the hoop. I'm sure in real life it didn't do that. So this is allowing Red to have a ping at the hoop for a 6-4 lead. And he has. Again, the slight lag in time. We had a shot head up here before the ball actually went through the hoops. There's your man Felix in the background, just having a thrash at hoop.
One, I think. Did he run it or not? No, he didn't.
No, he bounced off the left leg.
Yeah, I didn't quite see that.
And Matthew's going to have a go. So this is a bit of a tricky time for the commentators. But, our cameraman has lunch, and we're jumping around from game to game, waiting for something solid to start.
So they still haven't started there, have they? They're getting into it now, are they?
So we're crossing back now because that game.
So crossing back now to the game between Edmund Fordyce and Blake Fields. And Edmund took the first game, and we're now at hoop 1. We have two balls in front.
For the viewers at home who aren't regular players and don't play matches, they only play games, this is a match which is a best of 3. The second game starts by the loser of the first. So in some cases you will see different coloured balls coming across than you're expecting to see to start the game.
And the players can actually choose whichever ball they want to start first. So they could, in this game, it could have been red or yellow. It made no difference to what ball finished the last game.
And in this game it actually was yellow that came on first.
So he just failed that hoop, which is unusual because it was not that difficult a hoop, really. But he was obviously trying to power it through up to the next hoop.
So just going back to that, so normally when that does happen, the players of red and yellow, if they're going first because they lost, usually play red. Because it's the one that plays first normally. It doesn't matter, but they usually do, and it keeps everything nice and in sequence, more or less, for the viewer. But this is the second time today that the person playing second has played yellow, which they're entitled to do. But it's just something a little bit different. And I can tell you, if you're doing cowing analysis, it confuses the hell out of me because the fourth ball is usually the yellow, and suddenly the second ball in the game was the yellow.
No, I'll often actually play yellow first off.
Or the first ball.
Yeah, for the first ball if I'm coming up on the second game. But of course, the old rules were, if you played your opponent's balls, you were making the hoops for them. But that all got changed after a match I had with Lester Hughes in the 2015 Worlds.
I feel I've heard this story already this weekend, but anyway.
I won't repeat it. But now, if you were to play all the 4 balls, which didn't originally belong to you, they then became your balls. So,
a few little wrong bally changes. Let's not worry about that. It's confusing enough. All right, so we've had rejected hoops and lots of there's a rare
miss by Blake.
Miss, okay, there's a bit of a message. I'll relay that to people in a second. So that's relatively unusual. Blake is hitting pretty well. He does miss obviously from time to time, and but he had
it was quite good.
Quite a few balls.
It was quite good to see that because he was certainly straight on it when he was actually, and that looked like it jumped over it. Did it or not?
I think he missed to the right, and there was an incidental bounce that made it look like that. I think more of the point is Edmund's looking a little disgusted. So they've now both missed when they haven't been missing much, and they both missed to the right. Maybe there was something in the lunch. Okay.
So Northern Toronto Croquet Club have said, we always start yellow in this situation so that the other player starts with blue. Much fewer wrong balls this way.
Oh, okay, I see their point. Maybe.
So 1-0 to Blake in the game 2.
On serve for now. Okay, so we have been handed some scores from the other lawns. So Ireland have won the first doubles, but Simon Williams and Rob O'Donoghue in 3 beat Reg and William. And on the other lawn, the other thing happened around the other way. So South Africa won in the third. Judith and Andrew beat Mark and Kieran.
I see these South Africans have changed their playing.
They changed their doubles pairing today.
Yes.
Oh, I think Reg was looking for a bit of the William action, William's been out there pretty much the longest of any player.
He's had the longest games,
He seems to be the longest games, and the poor bunny who gets put on last. And
and he was here last night, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It must have been, I don't know, because they arrived at the Irish house quite late for a barbecue.
Right, so yellow ran hoop 1 to where you can see it up there on the top boundary. Blue came down to that position.
A wide position.
Yes, wide.
It looks pretty wide. And
wide runner.
And Black is now also into a hoop running position.
And in between times, Red went too far. Yep. So, if you're a betting man, you'd be on blue and black. Doesn't mean they'll win the hoop, but at the moment they're looking to be in relative control.
And it's 2-1 in the other game to
US.
to Matthew Essex, playing Felix. That was short.
It's Matthew Essex, isn't it?
Essex.
It's not pronounced plurally.
No,
It was amusing people the
I
other
know.
day. They liked that the county of Essex was being mentioned quite a lot.
Yep, and
Yeah, good hoop to blue.
yeah, Edmund runs hoop 2. Yes, I did know that. It's just, I suppose it's a slip of the tongue.
Yeah. So blue got a little bit unlucky there. It ran the hoop and it almost got into a position where it stymied red from the next hoop. Didn't quite happen. And red has got across it easy, but gone too far.
So 1-1.
Yeah, and black. This allows black to go deeper and take some control of hoop 3 straight away.
Yep.
Yellow will. I was going to
It's
say yellow
short.
will come in front and tried to, but it's short. So yeah.
His positional play has not been great, really.
Well, it doesn't seem to worry him because he hits.
No, I know.
But if he adds that to his game, it's going to be damn hard.
I still think the position is a very important,
Yep.
very important aspect of the game.
Okay, so Red's tried to come in. It
Yep.
appeared to have clipped the leg, and it looks like it may actually have stayed there.
So Edmund's going for a jump here.
Yep. Jumping partner and the red.
Yep.
We'll get a good look at this.
Oh,
That's
a
absolutely perfect.
really tremendous jump by Edmund there. Just so fluid, and it's given him also probably a great advantage for 4, because Red's going to have trouble getting down to hoop 4 as well.
Absolutely, it is it.
And just saw Felix level the game over there at 2-2. So Blake gets 1 ball in a straight longish position.
Yeah, as much as Red is hampered and can't get into the fight straight away, it is really just blue versus yellow at the moment, because black has gone past the hoop.
Yeah.
If black had managed to find the incredible skills to do that jump shot and pull it up closer to 4, then he would have even more control.
But at the same time, if blue can get a nice ball here,
It's down there, but it's wide. Red
and I was just going to say, and black
out.
can remove the yellow, put him in a very strong position, but it's not quite worked out that way. He might look at promoting the blue. I can't tell quite where the black is. It's down here. He might look at doing that just to see if he can nudge the blue. No, he's going for a clearance on the yellow, and he picks it up nicely. Yeah. Still puts Edmund certainly in a stronger position for this hoop.
It's a bit little test of a person's awareness here, because Blake wasn't looking anywhere near where yellow went out, and it just went past left of the white peg. Let's see where it gets put on the line. Absolutely nowhere near where it went across.
Really?
No, that's about a good.
Yeah.
That's a good
lesson.
2 feet right of where it should be.
Yeah. I always think it's the player who hit the ball up there really should take the responsibility for at least making sure it's gone back in the right position.
Yeah. I'm not casting any aspersions on Blake there. I'm just
No.
You mark it where you think it crossed.
Yeah, and Edmund didn't seem to have any worries about it. Yeah, powers it through. Yeah. So 3-1 to Edmund.
Red coming in.
Red coming in. It looks like it's in a good position. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, black in, just nibbles past red. Blue ran the hoop to the boundary. So it's got about a 13 yarder at, maybe a bit less. Maybe, I don't know, 12 yarder at red. So yellow will probably ignore black and just come in, be a second runner, maybe try and jag a block. Doesn't look happy because he's well short. And blue. Ooh, hello.
That was nearly through. Oh, that was nearly a tremendous shot.
So that's a ballsy shot if he was taking the hoop.
He was. He was.
I would have thought he was shooting red and just sprayed. But there's a lot of excitement going on amongst the Egyptians.
The Egyptians are being very noisy in the background.
Yeah, Ed signing a card and there's some clapping going on. So maybe the Egyptians got up from being behind there.
Did he make that?
Yes, Blake made that, so it's 3-2 to Edmund. So Edmund will be looking to put a nice ball in at hoop 6, looking for a wide position from red.
It's got a bit of speed on it.
It's looking good. It looks good. It looks good.
You couldn't ask for better, could you?
Could you ask for better? I don't think it's actually quite in the hoop.
No, that's dead wide from red, red's not hitting it, I think.
Yeah, he has to run the hoop to do it.
Yes. But he's put a good yellow in behind it, just in case he can.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past him either.
No, so I guess there's Blue's got to have a bit of a think in the look about this. It's got to check that first. Make sure it is actually a runner. And decide whether he needs to move yellow or just roll the dice.
What's he going to do, I think?
I think if it... I don't pretend to be at this level, but I probably wouldn't be...
Look at that, amazing.
I don't know, I would have taken the risk on...
The trouble with what he's done there is he has put the yellow ball
into forward play,
into hoop 7. If the balls had gone the other exactly opposite, it would have been very, very good.
Well, he was wise to do that then.
He was. It just shows that he does not take Blake lightly.
Yeah, and he didn't actually hit yellow anywhere near as square as we thought he had.
No. Oh, and that's an amazing shot.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
It really is.
And
I suppose that is, that's what in this game you have to weigh up your opponent's abilities. What are they good at? What are they likely to achieve? That's all part of the game. Okay, another nice ball back into 12. Into 6.
Yeah, no, it's still 3-2 by the way. Not score.
No.
He came through to the wrong side, or he cleared the ball out.
Clear the ball out, yeah. So it's still 3-2 to Edmund.
Yep.
So he puts a nice ball in, and he has a blocked black. Beautiful shot.
That's a pretty nice block.
Yep.
So you can't discount Blake's shooting.
No, you
but
cannot.
Here you would think that you're not unsettling that. You're bringing blue in to be your runner and then give black options.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
No, that's good.
It looked like it was going to cluster up there for a second.
Yep.
So here comes red.
The wind up, and go. Oh,
He's picked off the black
that is a tremendous shot. I mean, to take out that black and not disturb the yellows really is a good shot.
So your man Felix is in front, down the back there, 3-2. Oh, look at that bounce.
Look at a bit of a bounce, wasn't it?
That's not something we've seen a lot of.
No.
Is that bobbling?
No. For the hard hitters, it sometimes happens, but there has been very little of that here.
Yeah, his stance more than I do. I wonder if he was just a tiny bit close there.
Yep. So now it's 3-all.
Yep. Yellow runs for 3-all.
Your prediction was right.
Yeah. Being able to see the future. That's your secret superpower, is it? You can see the future just a couple of minutes before it happens.
Maybe on the ball.
So it's no good for picking the lotto numbers or anything like that.
Edmund first to hoop 7.
Yep. Can we pan across left a little? Thank
Yep,
you.
that's it.
That's a bit too left. Yep, there he
There we
is.
go. Yep.
He's got that well in front.
Yep.
You can see there in the background that Robert's 2-1 up in game 2, having won the first. So Red's come deep.
Very deep, yep.
It's not unexpected, I suppose.
So Aaron puts another ball into hoop 7. Yep.
That's got a bit of speed on it.
It's got a bit of speed.
Yeah, but it's going to pull up a similar position to Blue.
Yeah, a little worse for him.
And Blake's going to have a ping in it because that's what he does.
Yep,
Yep,
takes
and he's
out.
got it again.
Yep, takes out Blue. He's now on the boundary, and he'll be looking to run the hoop from there, I should think.
Something that I thought I saw in the watching the replay of the final of the Worlds between Robert and Blake, when Blake won the World Championship, was Blake wasn't hitting as much as people were making out that he was, but he was hitting the ones that mattered.
Mattered, yeah.
And he was sometimes getting a little momentum run where he hit 2 or 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And then he would miss a few, but they were ones that didn't really matter.
Yeah. But, in that last game, when Blake won,
Yes.
Robert did have a lot of bad luck. It just didn't go his way.
Yeah.
That sometimes happens in games. You go for a jump and you end up stuck on the wire. And you didn't achieve that. You put them through. You can't get to the next hoop, and so it sort of becomes that builds and for the opponent, their confidence also then grows in the other direction, and the game can really swing the other way.
So Blake had positioned that ball on the boundary for that reason and shot the hoop from there and ran it.
Yep. So 4-3 to Blake.
4-3 to Blake. And although Black is a good ball down,
Yep.
I don't think Blue is joining it because Blue appears to be stymied behind the hoop.
Yeah, Blake has now run 3 hoops in a row. It was 3-1 to Edmund, and it's now 4-3 to Blake. So Blake brings another ball in. Edmund will put another ball in.
Well, Edmund's going to be forced low towards us, so it'll be wide of yellow. So that's where he could get to. That's fine.
Yep.
He's hung back, so he is in the picture as a runner, but his black is, with the momentum that Blake's generated in the last few hoops, is under threat here. Red will be right of screen, I think, from memory.
Yeah, it went through pretty straight, didn't it?
Yeah,
And it misses.
Oops.
I think that...
Good work, Matthew.
Yeah, I think...
Oh, he's looking back at the ground there. I don't think there was the ground.
Edmund will be taking on this hoop.
Yes, absolutely. So Edmund is in a reasonably good position there for 4-all. We need a change in the weather. It's kind of sleepy weather now.
Yep.
It's very nice.
Nicely through, 4-all.
It's about this time the last couple of days we've had a little bit of cloud and had a bit of wind, but it hasn't happened yet today.
No, it's these hoops have been pretty quick in the last from 4 on. It's been 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8 have all been. There hasn't been a lot of interaction.
Minimal interplay. It was a bit like that in the doubles in the second game and late in the first game this morning. Right, so blue again. That's trickled up, and that may well have got right in behind yellow. And
I think it has.
yellow
Yep.
there.
I don't think yellow has a swing there.
Sometimes that's a huge advantage, and sometimes it's
not.
just it just allows you to be stymied easily. Well, this has got a bit of speed on it. This is
Certainly
gonna get in
has.
there.
This is running. No, it's no.
Well,
that is beautiful.
Pretty much where you wanted it.
Yep.
Because yellow is not going to let blue do anything to that now.
Yeah. So that sort of requires Edmund to take out that red.
Well, yes.
I think definitely.
But is there any merit though in shooting at the double and freeing up your own ball like that?
Well, that's true.
And that's actually worked out well.
It's worked out well for him.
It's we were talking about in-offs the other day and about how people won't go in-off onto their partner ball because they're worried about what's going to happen. Sometimes hitting your partner ball is actually more appealing than people think it is.
Yeah. Yes, I saw Ed do one this morning, and he tried to actually come off his partner ball to run the hoop because he couldn't see the hoop.
Yeah. A steady little clearance, but again, he
wasn't happy with that.
Well, he's played a couple of shots on that side of the lawn that have bobbled and bounced a bit.
Yeah.
Whether it's where he's standing, because I don't think the ground is toughening up or anything.
No.
Okay. So he's surely hitting yellow here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
he misses completely. The momentum's certainly gone in Blake's way the last 10 minutes, hasn't it?
Yep. He hasn't made all those, but he's made most of them that have been made.
Yep. So 5-4 to Blake.
Yep. He would have liked that to have kicked up a lot further, though.
Yep. He didn't seem to hit it that hard, though. So we've got blue. Where did black is over there. Blue. Blue was the one that bobbled and shot off to the side. It's here. Yeah. So Edmund will take the first ball towards hoop 10. Blue ball.
Right, so I'm not sure he's happy with that because he kind of wandered off in an arc and off into the distance when he hit it. So he's had too much pace.
Yeah, and the angle wasn't quite right either.
Yeah, you know Edmund better than I do, obviously. I'm just wondering if he's a bit distracted or something all of a sudden.
I don't know.
Lost a bit of concentration because he bobbled a couple of roquets and then that was... He knew when he hit it that that wasn't quite right. What's he doing there? Okay. So wandering over to... he was waiting for the other game. So he's wandering over to black now. Somebody... Who's this? Mr. Coles. It's the naming rights sponsor.
Yeah. He was also not happy with that either.
Okay, and it's gone far again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just wandered off.
So yellow has hung back a little. Seems to be his preferred option.
He's going to ring a ball in. Just change the
A little tappy shot.
tap. Changing the which is a good thing to do occasionally when things aren't quite going your way. You need to change the tactics a bit.
But he's run that. So again,
didn't work from.
As Edmund walked away though, again he dragged his mouth along the ground and looked a little disappointed. So maybe he's just.
He certainly wanted to block that, and it didn't block.
Just struggling with the pace suddenly.
Yep.
So
6-4 to Blake.
Blake's definitely got the momentum, but sometimes you're allowing your opponent to get a bit of momentum, mate.
Yeah.
Not being critical. I mean, these things happen. Anyway, black's over there. Yellow is over there. Blue looks better. That's good. That's good enough.
Yep.
So I guess we'll see here. That should be 6-4, shouldn't it? on the score.
It should be 6-4,
Oh.
yes, 6-4 to Blake.
Got distracted.
Oh, that's okay.
So he brings another ball in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the score and because I thought maybe he would fly at that hoop because he was already 6-4 up. But he went gently.
Did I put the 6 on there? Was it 7-6 in the first game, or was it 7-5?
It was 7-5.
So I'll put
Yeah,
the 6 on the top.
Okay, right, yeah, so yeah.
So 5-5 on 7-5.
Yeah, 7-5.
It's yep.
Yep.
And 6-4 now on this game.
All good, no dramas.
Dramas.
Mr. PFC can interrupt me whenever he likes.
He's the sponsor.
He is.
Yeah, naming right sponsor.
They haven't actually done any tests for lawn speed, as far as I know.
Okay.
But I would think they're. What do you think? Running,
Well,
getting towards 11, perhaps. 10 and a half.
I was told that on Monday evening,
Yeah.
that's a long time ago now, that they were running at 10.9, but that was only one test on one lawn. I think it was lawn 4.
Must have been late in the day then.
And yes, I think it was. And I don't know. They definitely did hit a couple of low-key test shots last night just before they started mowing, but I never heard what the result was.
I think the lawns 1 and 2 are definitely seem to be a lot quicker because they've got some big brown patches on them.
Yeah. All right, so at 6-5, and Edmund's got 2 balls too long.
Too long,
And Red is in the ballpark.
His
but a
positional
little way
play,
back.
lately on these last few hoops has not been great.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a big chance that if yellow's not impacting it, probably won't. It'll probably just come in for blue to promote black.
Yep. Yeah, they do seem to be running better, and also because of that slightly hilling, that's becoming a little more obvious. They're
Yes.
going down the hill,
Well, that's
or up the hill.
that's the greenkeeper's dilemma, isn't it?
Yeah.
You'd like to make them quicker, but as you make them quicker, any imperfections become more obvious.
But that's good. I think I think perfect lawns. You don't want perfect lawns. Players should be able to read the lawns.
Yeah.
What you want is the same pace all over the lawn, but make players be able to read the greens. It makes for more
Okay.
interesting play.
So, a few things to consider here, perhaps. If yellow does look wide in that picture, but I think it's a kind of runner. Red is a good runner, but distant. Yeah. So, do I block perfectly, or did I bunt black up, hoping to get the block and make it more crucial for red to do something?
So you can.
It looks like. Well, we can't tell. These guys are just walking up and running past the ball. It's the potential block, and he's done it again. Although that was a little jumpy.
So now this allows Edmund to clear the yellow.
So will he clear yellow and try to flick off towards 13?
He might do.
He's got the options. No, he's gone the other way.
Yeah.
He looks disappointed.
He
So I
looks
think maybe
disappointed.
he was trying to.
He
hit
was
the
trying to
other
do that,
one.
and it just didn't quite. His body language certainly gave the indication that what he was trying to achieve wasn't achieved. Yeah, there's definitely some more browner patches now than there were early in the week. Some more accentuated on the lawns 1 and 2 where they've got trees close to them, which have taken
Yeah,
some of the
so
moisture out of the ground.
Got some hand signals going on here. I'm going to assume that means there's somebody behind his line of sight here who needed to get out of the way. Because this is coming at warp
This
speed.
is coming at you with speed.
Yes.
So Edmund has the chance to level this game at 6-all and go to the 13th. Ooh. Oh, that wasn't a great shot.
Really?
You would have expected red to have stayed a lot closer to the hoop.
So, little patch of disappointing shots there.
Yep, from both players.
Well, some of that's pressure.
Yep, absolutely.
A little drifting concentration.
Yeah, so people always say, oh, why do people miss, some easy hoop at 13? Because it's the vital hoop.
Well, that's right. Yeah, there's pressure. There's subtle little things. Good Lord. There's subtle little things that can go on. This is a different format competition. That's something. It has a lunch provided for you, and maybe players don't eat lunch, or they don't eat at a certain time during the day.
Yep.
And things are different.
Yep. I try and get my players so they've got protein drinks and protein bars and things. Bananas they can come and have at any time.
Yep. Graze during the day rather than having one big meal. Yeah.
And that's what you want, because one big meal actually in the afternoon it can really take a lot of your energy away.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you can just get unlucky with things like that.
Yep.
Okay. Nice clearance.
There was a game this morning where Ed promoted the Egyptians through hoop 10. They had a 6-3 lead, and it just changed that whole dynamics on that game. And they did win it in the end, but
they lost. They did win that game 7-6, but they lost the next 3 hoops.
The next 3 hoops, and that sort of well done.
Yeah.
So 6-all.
Well, that's an interesting result, because, like you're saying about getting lucky, he's made the hoop here and he might be in yellow's backswing.
Yeah. So yellow may not be be able to get first to hoop 13. Yes, Blake is looking not.
I didn't deserve that.
I didn't deserve that to happen to me.
Yeah. He's got to break it. He can't. Keeping this time, he's not going to help him.
Oh no, not at all. He has to try and get as close as he can to 13, which he's gone out there, or at least a reasonable distance. But now Edmund has the first chance to get a very nice ball to hoop 13. And and this could really go on, keep going. So he has. Yep, he's got into a nice hoop running position, fairly deep.
I had to think about which ball was coming up then, because the way you said keep going, I thought with that New Zealand bias, is he wanting that to keep going to get there, or is he wanting us to keep going to get out of there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't take my manager's New Zealand hat off.
Yeah. All right, so blue's good, and red's shot it up and missed. We know he likes to run hoops from out there, so that's the good side about where red's gone. Black will be up there next.
So Black brings another ball up.
Yeah,
and it's
looking for more.
And it's looking.
Hold. Yeah,
yes, it's.
Don't get in your own way.
No, it hasn't got in the way of blue, which is important. So here, he's just putting a ball in, pressure ball, I would say, and it's.
He's returned the stymie on
So
favour from previous.
here is Edmund. He can take this match, which would then put the Kiwis 2-1 up in the test. Right, Edmund, he calms himself, takes his normal stance.
With black stymied by yellow, blue runs hoop, yay, we win. Blue fails hoop, red will come in because black won't be able to do anything about it. So, I know that's your normal swing with blue, but would it have been worth going a little softer and even jawsing and making him jump?
You don't see them do that. It's just not their way.
Yeah.
We would. But
but it's. I mean, I understand that's not the way.
Yeah.
But it's the yellow and black is an unusual situation that should change things. He missed as well.
He missed well.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm not sure that was the.
No, me either.
Best option on there at all.
No. So in a way, he could just deem this and
keep this stymie going.
Keep the stymie going, and then yellow can't do anything, and and blue gets the first ball back into a hoop running position.
Absolutely. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what he's done.
It's done. What's Blake going to do?
If if he's got a bit of separation, he might bump Black to the boundary and
Could
hold
do.
with yellow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
I don't know,
not a
Ooh,
great shot.
No.
I think that was a terrible decision myself.
Yeah, I think if you were going to do that, you needed to pay a lot more attention to how far yellow went.
Yeah. And if we look at the far court, it's 5-all against Matthew and Felix. So some very tense moments here for.
Oh, I love it when New Zealand accents say tense. Tense.
I shall say tense then. I'll bring in my English accent.
Yeah, that's it. Oh. Okay.
Right, Edmund, here's your second chance to take this match.
Well, we've already decided he doesn't go soft, so he's going smack, and he's bounced out again. Okay.
Doesn't look overly happy with that. So what does Blake do here? Is he going to take on the hoop, or is he going to clear the ball?
I get a feeling that Black's bounced to a place where he might not be able to see the hoop.
No.
This might have to be a clearance.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe a random it off.
No,
on the other
jump
way.
over the red. So we're back to.
How good was the red again?
The red doesn't look good to me.
Well, not there, but
No.
oh, now it looks better.
You think red can run that?
My feeling is he can. I can't see it from here in the real world.
It's real world, yeah.
Have we got the other camera that we can look at briefly? Yeah, well, that doesn't help overly much, but it does make it look slightly better. I mean, even if red jaws, Black's not jumping it from there, I would think.
Anyway, Edmund will be bringing the ball back in, I should think.
Yeah. So he obviously wants to hit red. Well, the worst thing he could do is just snick it and straighten it up.
No, he's actually going for it.
He's the wrong side altogether.
Yeah.
And he's got.
So he did feel. That was an interesting scenario there, going on to the Spanish court.
Just as the Spanish got the ball out the way.
It could have been a series of.
I'd like to see that's definitely worth a replay.
Yeah, replay,
Like,
absolutely. Look at this. Here we go.
Oh no, it's not there anymore.
And then he removed it. That was really. Could have been a very interesting situation. Now we'll see how runnable that red ball is.
They've been 5-5 for a long time in the other lawn.
They have. He obviously,
All right. Well, the way he's walking in, it looks like it's really easily runnable.
Yeah.
But he's going to a jump position though, so it can't be as good as it looks. It's like he's looking for the spin, and then he's failed it.
I think it was more angled than. Now
Well,
Edmund's also.
well, he's not. You've got to learn from that. This is going in front.
Yep. Good boy.
Oh, look out, people on that lawn. He's hit it. He's got it out.
But look where he's put it.
Well, I mean, he's
removed it. Yeah.
Black's not unhappy being there, I guess.
No.
You practice those ones.
He bring another one in.
He's got blue as well. So.
Yeah.
Blue and black aren't losing this hoop
At the moment.
in the next few rotations.
No.
It's going to take a lot of stuff. So here, if red is blocking blue, with yellow so close, you're probably still running the hoop, aren't you? No, he's cleared red.
He's cleared red.
Okay.
He's gone for that safer option.
Yeah.
Yep. But again, with these big hitting, Blake, no ball ball doesn't stay anywhere near the hoop. So you
Yeah. So
You know, if you look at sort of Reg's game in comparison, he's always looking for those medium pace stun shots and ball stays and
yeah, but Reg practices that ad nauseum, as you know.
Yeah. Yes, I was talking to him last night. He said, he'll happily go and practice for 5 hours and really enjoys it.
Yep.
But that's why you're a 5 times AC world champion and two GC? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there's not many players who have both titles.
Okay.
Can you name another one?
No, I think it's people who've been in finals, but I'm not convinced they've won them.
No, that's right. Fulford's been a finalist.
So winner and AC finalist in GC.
And so has Ben Rothman, Matthew Essex.
So Ben's the other way around, though. Oh, hang on, has Ben won both?
Ben won the GC and he's runner-up in the AC. Yeah.
And Robert, of course, Fletcher has won the AC and runner-up in the GC.
That's right. And Fulford has been runner-up in the GC and won the AC 5 times.
Yeah. So what you're really trying to say is you've won as many GC World Championships as Robert has.
Played them more.
Somebody asked me the other day, how do you go when you play Robert Fletcher in GC? I said, well, okay, because I've never played him. So Matthew's 6'5" now.
And Matthew's 6'5".
All right. So once again, we've got to look at the match.
We've got to look at the match here. Come on.
This time, yes.
This time, a great shot from Edmund to take the match 7-5, 7-6. And I will leave you now.
Showing you New Zealand bias again.
I need to go and attend to my charges, make sure they're all okay.
Look after the lads.
Yeah, and I think I need to get them some more nourishment, etc. Yeah. So thanks, Marty. Nice to commentate with you, and hope we'll do it again.
Yeah, go to the supermarket and buy some jet planes or something.
Okay, so New Zealand take that one in 2 games.
Yep. So if what Nelson told me before, and I don't reason to doubt him, is right, that puts them 2 matches to 1 up at this stage.
So the game coming up for the next live stream will be Malcolm Fletcher versus Khaled Kamel.
Okay. So in the background, we've got Matthew and Felix coming off. Now, it was 6-5, and we haven't had a lot of time in that game since we saw that, so I'm going to assume that Matthew has won that, and it's now 2 matches each between the US and
there we
New
go.
Zealand.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us that game. That was some great shots played, and we'll be back in a little bit with live stream broadcast number 3 for Australia versus Egypt. Till then, ta-da, bye-bye for now. Hooroo.